Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites. How are we doing today? We're going to talk about it. Because I don't think that a lot of these women think that the wall is a real place. It is not an imaginary place, people. It's real. It's not an imaginary place. And it's not imaginary because we're watching somebody be at it. We're watching somebody in real time suffer on it. Give me 2 seconds. Because she getting into bunny boiler realm. She getting into the bunny boiler realm. Thank you, Miss Lou Casey, for kicking off the contribution, sweetheart. Thank you so much. And thank you, Dale. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. She getting into bunny boiler. Y'all know what I'm talking about with bunny boiler. If you old enough to remember Fatal Attraction with Glenn Close and Michael Douglas, and she boiled that bunny. She getting into bunny boiler energy. That's bunny boiling energy. We don't like that. No, that is bunny boiling energy right there. Thank you, Damien. Said the wall is and shall remain undefeated. It is. It will remain. Thank you so much, Steve, for your contribution as well, sweetheart. Bunny boiling energy is not a good energy for anybody to be in, and it's not funny. She is a sad case study. I'm gonna need everybody that, okay, all the young women. If you are not a young woman looking at this, I need you to share it with a young woman that you know. Okay? If you are not a young woman looking at this, that's fine. But I need you to share it with a young woman that you know, because she may be on this same path. And we trying to save as many young women as we possibly can from this fate. This is not a good fate. This is Brittany is down bad. Brittany is down bad, y'all. She down bad. I think she doing some type of drug or something, because she was high on that show. You can't tell me. And she wasn't high on life. Okay? She was high on that show. She was drinking something, or she took something. She took something. Which would make sense because she's coping. And we're going to talk about all the things that she's actually coping with, because she's coping at this point. Thank you, Miss Kelly. Said women confuse sexual options and marriage options. Scores are kept in rings, not flings. Thank you so much, sweetheart, for that, because that is facts. Okay. Now, the only thing I'm going to show y'all is a short where she actually climbs up on Charleston to give him this little lap dance. Now, the thing that the short don't say or doesn't show is right after she twerks on him, she takes a little bottle of water and she pour it on him, like try to humiliate. We're gonna talk about all that. I just want to show you this little short right quick. It's real quick. You notice for all that cheesing that he doing, he actually doesn't touch her back. He does not try to grab her or feel on her.
To my guest.
Now look at her. Now you know she ain't got no panties on.
What that
she ain't got no panties on.
Man? Go ahead.
She got that funk box spread on somebody. She ain't got no panties on.
Wait a minute.
Okay. Now she pours that little bottle of water she got in her hand.
To my
she pours that on him afterwards.
Oh.
Immediately after she does it. Immediately after she twerks on him, because she knows she just made a fool out of herself. She knows that she's embarrassing herself. All right. She knows she's embarrassing herself. So she in turn tries to humiliate or embarrass him, like, you wasn't really worth me doing that. I was too good to do that, like, or you wasn't worthy of that in the first place. So I'm humiliated for acting out, being a little whore in public. I'm doing whole stuff for the world to see. And I'm doing it and I'm embarrassing myself. Immediately after it, I regret. So then I try to humiliate the man that I just was acting like a little whore with. Some post some water on him. Act like, just fronting it off. Just fronting it. You're just fronting. Like, Negro, you could never get a bad bee like me to do that for you. I did you a favor by twerking on you. But you twerk on everybody. So how's that a favor? You twerk on everybody, man. That little funk box done rubbed up on some of everybody. All of this, that whole little screed she went on, the one I showed earlier, her kicking stuff and hitting folk and throwing stuff at folk, was brought about because she was asked a question about PJ Washington. Oh, that's a sore spot. That's a sore spot. And I'm going to talk a little bit about her, but I'm going to broaden this out. Because this is not just her. This is a fate that is waiting for the so-called bad bee, the so-called IG thought, the so-called chick that's getting flued out and everybody liking her pictures and everybody like her little videos, and she not famous for nothing but being a funk box online. That's what she famous for. She's not famous for having any type of talent. She's not famous for doing anything of note or anything worthy of note or anything remarkable. She's not famous for being an activist, or she's not famous for breaking new ground or pioneering some important industry or pioneering even something important for women or anything like that. She's not, history's gonna forget her. As soon as she's not relevant on social media anymore, she'll be forgotten. She won't go down in the history books for anything positive. She won't go down in the history books for changing the world in a positive manner or anything like that. Because y'all laugh at the women of the past, but the reason why you can talk about the women of the past is because they did something that was notable. That's why you know their name. That's why you can call on their name. That's why you can invoke their name. Because y'all talk about them women, but these women are not known for twerking. These women are not known for slutting around. Regardless of whatever else they did in their life, that's not what they was known for. Even Tupac's mom. And I did a video on her about how she, you know what I'm saying, played Tupac and his father, which was completely wrong. But even though that's a fact, that's not what she's known for. People was trying to give her a pass because of what she was actually known for. And that was being an activist in the interest of Black people. That was what she was known for. So we didn't know Afeni for being a thought necessarily. That's not how she made her name culturally. That's not how she did that. So even the women that may have a blot on their reputation because of other stuff that they've done, you don't know Afeni for negative things. You don't know her because she slut walked. And I'm specifically talking about a woman like Afeni because we can see the flaw in her. Thank you, Mike Jones said we are seeing the bad boss chick era coming to an end in real time. And we're going to talk about that. And we definitely seeing that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Southside Malicious. That see white need to burn them jeans and get tested. Thank you, Ralph Dupree said they fish y'all. I'm still laughing from yesterday. TT, we got to laugh to keep from crying. I know that's right. Thank you, Marquis said this was more cringeworthy than BET Uncut. At this point, seeking attention is the only thing she has to offer. This is true. Thank you so much, Miss 39 Dina. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, Timothy said this should be a lesson for the 304s as an indication of the end of the road. Do they realize the civilized world is watching? I don't know that they do. Thank you again, Ralph said TT. She also tried to pick a fight with two-time heavyweight champion boxer Shannon Briggs. This is getting out of hand. I mean, because she's relying on the fact that he's not going to touch her. That's why they do it. We know that's why she threw that bottle at him, because she know for a fact he's not going to risk his reputation. He's not going to risk his name. He's not going to risk his livelihood. He's not going to risk all of the things that he has worked for and his profession to physically confront a woman that's 120 pounds. So she know that. Thank you, Ruminant said Brittany Superhead, Amber Rose, Kiki makes us set. They do. They make a horrifying set. This should horrify any young woman. This should frighten. I'm gonna tell you what Brittany's scared of. See, it's so many things to unwrap. She's really a perfect case study for the reality of the bad bee. This is what I need. This is what I'm trying to stress specifically for the young women today. All of that bad bee, all of that, hot girl summer, all of that trying to make your bag off of your body and your looks and getting ran through and getting flued out and having men lust and desire you sexually only feels good for a moment because you are getting the type of attention that you think you want. You think that you are getting all this male attention is coming to you. And it's like a drug. It is like a drug. Excessive amounts of male attention from various different men is like a drug to women. Okay? It brings about and it exacerbates a woman's vanity. It exacerbates her vanity because women are naturally like that. We naturally want to attract. We naturally want male attention and validation and things of that nature. Every female is like that. The only difference between the hyena and the lioness is we have some modesty. Lionesses have some modesty and some type of control and discipline over where we get that attention and what we do to get that attention. We satisfy ourselves to get that type of attention from our husbands. We want attention every day, all the time. But there's discipline involved. You can't be trying to seek that type of attention everywhere you go from every man, no matter what. Get it from your husband and sit down somewhere. That's what you're supposed to do. However, in this thought culture, in the era of the bad bees and the BBLs and the Insta thoughts, it's not enough to get the attention from one man. You got to get your attention from hundreds of thousands of men or as many men as you possibly can on. And the easiest way to do that is to go online. Because you're not going to be able to do that in real time to that extent. So these women wake up every day looking for how many likes, how many hearts, how many comments, how many men slid in their DMs, all of that type of stuff. And it doesn't matter whether they want the men or not, because these same women validate themselves by rejecting men. Oh, I had so many men in my DMs. I turned them down. I rejected them. For whatever reason, that's a flex in the boneyard. The boneyard flex is the rejection of men. This is actually part of how y'all hit the wall so fast like that. Because what you do is you glorify the rejection of men. Mainly because you are putting yourself out there in such a way where there is an overload of men, an overwhelming amount of men that are constantly giving you attention. So you can't possibly return and reciprocate all that attention anyway. Even if you wanted to, you're not capable of reciprocating that energy. So it becomes this sort of weird flex to be able to say how many men you turned down. It's even more of a boneyard flex to say that you turned down worthy men. See, this is where you really get yourself caught up at. It's even more of a back foot flex to tell somebody, tell your girlfriend or whatever about the men who were worthy, the men who had all of the stuff that you say you want in a man and all of that type of stuff, and to be able to turn around and say you was able to reject him because your validation, see, the hyena validation isn't, see, when she in the middle of her whole phase and her thought and bopping, her validation is not with the men she can keep. It's with the men that she can attract, the men who show any interest in her. That's where her validation is at. It is not in the relationship. It is not in how many men or what kind of men she can retain. The hyena thought whore's validation is in the men that approach her. What kind of men approach her? That is where she get her validation from. See, I need everybody to understand that the hyena get her validation differently than a lioness get hers. Only the lioness cares to be validated by an actual relationship. See, we don't count so much as how many men we can attract, so much as the kind of men we can retain. Because the thing that lionesses have figured out is you can attract anybody. You can attract anybody. Men will be attracted if they find you attractive. It doesn't matter who he is. What matters is, who do you allow yourself to get chosen by? That's what matters to a lioness. So we understand that not all attention is something that we really even trying to get. And a key thing is a lioness understands the difference between sexual attention and relationship attention. This is why when men deny hyenas relationships in the midst of their hyenaism, that's why it don't faze them. That's why the hyena is unfazed. That's why she'll laugh at you. Well, I don't want you. What make you think I was you thought I was feeling you? You know, that type of stupid stuff. She laughed at you because that is not where she's getting her validation at the time. At that time in her life, she is not getting validated by whether or not a worthy man is giving her a relationship or not. That she don't care. She in the midst of hoeing. Okay? Hoes are not successful by having one or two Johns. Unless them one or two Johns is gabillionaires, that's not where her success is at. Her success is in how many can she pull in a night? How many can she pull over the weekend? How many Johns? Not just no one or two. She got to have mass appeal to the majority of men that approach her. That's a hoe that's making money. Or when she hit the stroll, the other hoes know, go ahead, pack it up, because this one finna get all the Johns. The Johns know about her little hoe name and everything. Man, where's Cookie at? And all that type of stuff. You know, they know about a little street name or whatever. So she ain't validated by none of that other stuff. This is the dangerous part of the thought culture, because then you'll have men that will have sex with them and be like, well, we're not validating them in reality because we're not giving them relationships. That may be so, but you have to understand that's not where she's getting validated in the first place. So this is what we're looking at. Here's another thing before we start going into break. What we're seeing, Brittany Renner, we're seeing her self-destruct because she is afraid. How many of you know that Brittany Renner is acting like this because she's scared? And I'm going to tell you what she's scared of. See, there's a fear that hits you. This is how you know you done ran right into that wall, boy. This is how you know that wall, boy. All right? This is how you know what's going on with that wall. That wall done tore you up. Because now you start getting these fears. The reason why she started talking about that baby and how much she had a second-degree tear and she gained 50 pounds when she was pregnant and all that kind of stuff is because she's trying to tell everybody in her drunken high state, she's trying to tell everybody, I almost ruined my bag the other way. See, I fumbled PJ Washington. I fumbled him back. This is what sent her in a spiral. Ever since that man told her he called it quits with her. And I misspoke earlier. I said wife, but she was never married. They were engaged. And she's always quick to tell somebody, we were actually in a relationship. Because they were. Or at least PJ Washington thought that they were. She was still for the streets. Okay? Her little plan did not work. Because she thought that she had more time to play than she did. And every thought that hit that wall going a million miles per hour, I always think they got more time than they do. That's how you hit a wall. Because you ain't breaking time. You didn't stop in time. You hit the brakes too late and you was going too fast. That's how you get into accidents. That's how you hit the wall. You not paying. That's how accidents happen. Is it not? You don't be paying attention. Took your eyes off the road. Took your eyes off the prize. You broke too late. You hit the brakes too late. And you was already going too fast. Wall. This woman is scared out of her mind. She brought that weight and that baby up, like I said, because she fumbled PJ. She felt like, I don't have to be this man's wife. I have gotten pregnant. And that's enough of a meal ticket right there. That's enough of a meal ticket right there. That was supposed to be her retirement plan right there, which is why she felt comfortable to call off the engagement. See, I keep telling y'all, well, I was engaged, but I called it off. See, y'all be following up after these thoughts, and then what you don't do is you never stick around to see the end of the thought. And whenever you do see the end of a thought, you always blame the men for what she's going through. But she made them decisions. She's grown. And every decision she made to get to this point is a result of the decisions that she made. Nobody held a gun to her head to do none of the stuff that she do, to move how she moved and operate how she operated. She did that by absolute choice. No coercion, no force. After these messages, we'll be right back.
Hey, brothers, I want to tell you about a website called blackmenszone.com. Now, Black Men's Zone is a site that specifically targets black men. It's a place where black men talk about issues that solely affect them. Now, at Black Men's Zone, the topics will range from news to society, sports, technology, business, food and recipes. Some brothers got to cook too. Gaming, and some of your brothers like doing some of that. Health and fitness, got to get your workout on. Music, movies, and many other topics. Now, there's not many forums around these days for black men, and because black men have to create them. Now, this particular website is more of a forum based, something simple, not social media. You can write what you need to write, say what you need to say, get on, get off pretty quick. But if you're interested, brothers, to at least go there, and I want you to check it out, engage in the topics, go to blackmenszone.com, sign up for an account, and get engaged in the conversation.
So definitely hit the link at the top of the chat, blackmenszone.com. Become a part of the conversation or start a conversation of your own. This particular forum is specifically for the men to go and discuss a wide range and a wide array of different topics that interest them and that affect them as well. Anything from health, from working out, to what's going on in the workforce, what's going on in the economy, what's going on politically, whatever the case may be. Think of it as an online barbershop or similar atmosphere where men typically gather to speak. So once again, hit the link at the top of the chat, blackmenszone.com. So I owe y'all a bam, 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 bam. You got to hit the like button. Bam, bam. You got to go ahead and hit that like button for me. Thank you so much, Ralph Dupree. I showed my great aunt this video, Brittany, and she said, and I quote, "Baby, don't show me anymore. I want to die happy." Ooh. TT said, "Don't show her that foolishness." The bad bee, boss chick, IG thought, BBL queen, whatever the name or the moniker you want to call it, that era is ending, and it is ending faster than these women want to believe or want to face. Let's get into the fears that she's coping with. When all of the IG clout wear off, see that IG, that wave she was riding, that IG wave, that clout wave, the wave she was riding that got her in position to be with PJ Washington is the same wave that's done crashed into the beach and done came back out and it ain't coming back. It's that wave. See, they always these thoughts always overplay their hand. This is what I'm trying to get to the young ladies. You're overplaying your hands. You're overdoing it. Doing too much. You think that them looks ain't going nowhere. But these are the realities that is dawning on Brittany. Okay? And it dawned on Black China. It dawned on Superhead. It dawned on the myriad of thoughts, old school thoughts, new school thoughts. All of it came crashing down. It came crashing down on the Lisa Rays and the Vivica Foxes, and it came crashing down around them. You're not hot forever. Halle Berry, crash. You're not hot forever. That window is very small. That time is very short. When that IG clout wear off, This what she's scared of, y'all. See, when the men ain't coming around like they used to, when just a video of her twerking don't get the likes, it don't get the views, it don't go viral like it used to 3-4 years ago. Huh? She ain't getting the same high she used to get. She used to be able to sit in the car and, to rock her leg and say something stupid and it go viral and she get some money. She used to be able to show up in the rafters and the stands of a basketball game and wear something skimpy and take a picture with an NBA player and that go viral. She used to be able to take 1 million pictures with her booty and sell them little leggings that she had with one leg cut off and one. See, she used to be able to do that. That was 2-3 short years ago. 2-3 short years ago. That wasn't that long ago. See, she could do anything and it would generate the attention. It would generate the men coming into her DM. It would generate all of this stuff that she's trying to get. But see, now she can't do it. A few years ago, that stopped. She lost all of that when she lost PJ. See, at the time that she dissed PJ and cut off the engagement, she didn't understand that her stock was dropping. She didn't know that. She was oblivious to that. She had that baby. She became a baby mama. And this wasn't even something that PJ was trying to make her be. This is a choice that she made. Because see, PJ took a lot of flack publicly for even dealing with her because she's a hoe. And other men in and around his circle, outside of his circle, call him all kind of simps and all kind of, naive young bucks. Man, hey, you ain't supposed to never try to wife no woman like that and all that kind of stuff. He took that. PJ took that. He didn't leave her. She left him. He was willing to accept what came with her. This is the value of PJ above every other man that she has ever been with. PJ was willing to accept her for all of her craziness and her reputation. He had already put an engagement ring on it. He had already declared to the world that she was his. He had already put a baby in her. He was trying to walk her down the aisle. See, this is why you can't never turn a hoe into a housewife. You can't do it. She proved that you can't do that. Because hoes is gonna hoe. And she decided, I could just break that off because y'all always think it's another sucker around the corner and it don't be. It don't be Lori Harvey. It don't be young girl that's listening to me right now that think you on the come up because you being an IG thought. It don't. There's not another one coming around. It's not. She felt safe to break it off. Well, I got my meal ticket from PJ. So whatever money he get, I'm going to be entitled to it because I have his child. So I don't need to be with him. I don't actually need to get locked down by him. There are other men whom I'm more attracted to and have more money and more established than PJ. PJ's young. I groomed him. So therefore, I'm better than him. I'm the best he could get. But the reality hit her in the face that he the best she could get. She coping with that. She coping with it. With whatever she taking. With whatever she drinking. She can't rest good at night. That ego took a hit, baby, because PJ the best she could do. She thought she could do better than him. She thought she was better than him, and she's not. She's not as good as him. She's not good enough for him. The man she thought she was better than, and the man she groomed to be her retirement plan, she has now realized she is not good enough for that man. I need that to sink in. She left that relationship. Okay. He came out and said, I want my family. She didn't want to do it. Okay. Stock dropped tremendously. Because now who wants, what man in that realm of men that was already looking at PJ sideways like we don't deal with her seriously? That was before she had a kid. Now she baby mamaed. And they see the way she dropped PJ like a bad habit, like it was something wrong with him. They don't want to be bothered. Them men don't want to be bothered with her. She's nothing to them, nothing. Now she's not even a good time. Girl, you got a whole baby. Bye. Now, when she realized that the thotting and twerking and all this, the foolishness wasn't going to get her the attention, what did she do? She tried to be a chameleon. That's the next step. We taking y'all down the steps of how a hoe end up miserable and bitter at this wall. The whole antics, not getting the type of money or attention that she needs. So now try to be a chameleon. Try to act as though you are able to sit and do some introspection about your life and the choices that you've made. So now come up publicly to go on a soft girl tour, a soft girl apology tour. Y'all not hearing me. She started that when KS was still alive. She got on that man's show and tried to act like she was doing something different with her life, that she was thinking that, turning over a new leaf. I knew that was cap. Because hoes just don't do that out of the blue. Then she just went on the little tour. She got on with Anton Daniels. She'll do any view with anybody because she want attention. Then she went to Mrs. Cartwright's channel and sat up there and act like she was finding out some new information and doing something else with her life and all that kind of stuff. She not gonna be a hoe, and she was wrong for it because now she realized that the men didn't really take us seriously. Girl, bye. And when that did not work, nobody still didn't take us seriously, because we see that we listen, we ain't nobody stupid. The best and only chance for a man that you had was PJ Washington, and you gave that man your butt to kiss, and he didn't come back. Now she's scrambling. What I'm gonna do? The retirement plan didn't work. The man that I dished to the side, that I thought I was better than, I'm not good enough for him. I sure ain't good enough for nobody. She pulled a little stunt to be out with Shaq, but Shaq, that's not nothing. Shaq has slid in that Home Depot girl DM. Stop. You ain't got to be no IG thought or a celebrity for Shaq to be interested. Okay? And she knew better than to try to claim nothing. Now, that's just my friend. I just bet it is. Shaq took a little bit of, folks was kind of laughing. Man, you shouldn't even be seen publicly with her at all. At all. I don't care what you thought the situation or the arrangement was. We get it. We get that ain't your woman, but she's not even worthy to be seen in daylight with nobody. This is how bad this woman's reputation is. This is how bad your reputation be when you be fighting and bopping and slutting around. These men do not see. This is another coping thing that the thought that hit the wall gotta come to, that the men do not regard her the way she thought they regarded her, or the way she regards herself. She realizes that they don't think highly of her at all. They think lowly of her. They think lowly. Women, when you go around and you are for the streets and you give yourself to any man, and the men realize that they done had you, he done had you, he done had you, that one over there done had you, the respect level goes into the sewer. And their desire to want to smash you has nothing to do with liking you or respecting you. They don't. They don't, beloved. They don't even like you. They laugh at you. They ridicule you. You are a joke among them. Them men will get together and laugh about how each of them done had you. And man, did she do the little trick with her mouth that she did? Did she do that to you too? Ah! She thought she was doing something when she threw it back that way, man. That was garbage. But I told her off anyway. If you could hear a fraction of what them men think and say about the hoes that they know, you would never hoe. You would never do that. Just because these men come shoot a shot at you to get in bed with you, how many times do we have to tell y'all foolish women that sexual attention from a man don't have nothing to do with him wanting you or liking you or trying to be with you? Nothing. See, when you 20 something, you don't care that he don't want to give you a relationship. When you 35, you care a great deal. And if you don't believe me, just look at Brittany Renner. She doing everything she can to keep her body together and keep herself looking a certain type of way, and it is not going to help her. There will still be men that want to knock her down, and that is all. That is it. They don't want to be seen with her. They don't want people to know that they knocked her down publicly. For as pretty as she is, for as much as she can do that makeup and do her hair up and put them little clothes on and have that little bitty shape walking through, they don't even want people to know that they associated with her long enough to have sex with her. Do you let me get to these super chats. Y'all. Thank you again, Mike Jones said we got 1,000 people in the chat, but only 380 likes. Get those likes up. That's what we got in the chat. Y'all gonna do me like that on the likes? I gave you the like dance. Thank you, Kosha, Clinicians, Semen demons are real. They are so real. And the wall is real. That is where all the semen demons go to die, at the wall. It's a real place. You don't believe it's a real place till you get over there. Thank you, Well B said Brittany complained last year men don't even go in her DMs try and hit anymore. She said her DMs is dry as a desert, in her words. Thank you again, Well B said there it is, baby mama. Yeah, she baby mama. Thank you, Damien said you giving them top level game, but they don't hear you. I don't think they do. Thank you, Wall Street said that's why they say community bicycle. Yeah. We got 1,500 people in here. We can get 1,000 likes. The wall hits you. I'm going to tell you exactly when the wall hits you. When you know that you have ran smack into it. When you realize that sexual attention that men readily give you, that they readily give you, was not love, and it was not a substitute for love either. You can't get by. Cannot get by with only male sexual attention. You can't do it. They can't do it. We can't do it. It does not suffice. It's like eating junk food. Eventually, you're gonna need a nutritious dinner to satiate your hunger. Only so many little Debbie cakes and little pops you could drink and little bags of chips before you hungry for real. And you need actually some food. Them little snacks and all that only get you by so long. That's why it's a snack. Male sexual attention is a snack. It is zoom zooms and wham whams. Male sexual attention is zoom zooms and wham whams. That is all. It's a bag of Funyuns and a Wildwood. Male sexual attention is Little Debbie's and a little hug juice. It's a struggle meal. It's a struggle meal. You're struggling. When it's just his sexual attention only. There is no nutritional value in any of that. It's a snack. It's some now and laters and some sunflower seeds. It's a little single pack of them Oreo cookies, a little milk, and later on some ramen noodles. Like, you ain't getting nothing out of that. Only so many times you're going to be able to go down to the store to get you them little 4-pack of top ramen, chicken, noodles with a couple of packs of Kool-Aid and one of them little small boxes of Domino sugar to try to make this Kool-Aid. You're gonna be hungry. You're gonna be hungry. And when you get hungry, it ain't gonna be nothing in that freezer. There's nothing in that pantry. There's nothing in that refrigerator that can actually sustain you. You're gonna be mad and you're gonna be starving. Relationships from men, male relationship attention, the type of attention he give you when he giving you 4 P's, that is collard greens, cornbread, fried chicken, yams, and mac and cheese with some banana pudding on the side. That is what that is. Male relationship attention is mustard and turnip greens, some chicken, some yams, some mac and cheese, and some banana pudding now. You get full off of that. You get full off of that. Male relationship attention is turkey and dressing with the cranberry sauce, do you understand me? Thank you, MIS. I don't know why females think men don't watch how females treat other men. I can't take you seriously after you have dogged my brother. As men will never say it. We just won't advance. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jamal, for your super sticker, beloved. Thank you, Sway's incredible content. You're a national treasure. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you, Danny Deniston. Said, Father, stay in your daughter's life, or this is the result. And you know what? I think she was raised in a 2-parent home. Them the worst kind of hoes. The ones that don't gotta be hoes. But thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you, Miss Mia. Say you have truly enhanced my vocabulary. Thought leader, semen demon, clap them cheeks, lioness and hyenas, great ammunition / tools / solutions. I'm glad I can help because we got to categorize things. You know what I'm saying, sis? We got to name them so we can get them out of here. We got to differentiate now. This is every woman is not doing this foolishness. But we got to differentiate the ones that is and the ones that ain't. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kushinsi said, the undefeated heavyweight champion of the world. The wall. Laughing my butt off. Keep cooking. Yeah, it's just the wall. Thank you, Utah. Said, Sister Davis, did you ever counsel Brittany Renner in person or in live if she ever reaches out to you? No. Nope. Sorry. I don't mind helping. I'm going to come back to that. Thank you, MIA. Said long boys and a Chico stick. And I like me some coconut long boys. Don't trip. Me and a coconut long boy. I eat them to the back of your throat, get spicy, because it was too many coconuts. Boy, they done changed Chico sticks. Chico sticks is nasty. And they are not yellow or orange, that little orangish color. They not like that. They like whitish. They like off white. I don't know what they did to Chico sticks, but I don't fool with Chico sticks no more. Thank you, Jeffrey. Say you stay killing them and us with the witty jokes. Thank you so much. Let me come back to this question. And once again, thank you. Would you counsel Brittany Renner? No. And I'm going to tell you why not. You're not gonna waste my time with insincerity and disingenuous behavior. I don't mind talking to or coaching any woman if she's trying to reform herself. That's why I wrote the book. I didn't discriminate on who could get that book. I wrote this book for every woman that's looking for any solution. It's for everybody. It's for everybody. Okay. She wants some coaching. She can go to crimsoncure.com and pick up a copy of Reclaiming the Black Feminine if she wants some coaching. But I've seen enough of her be disingenuous with everybody till I would not be willing to take my time. My time is valuable. And there are other women and brothers who contact me for coaching, and they are sincere. They are people that's got issues and they want to have some solutions, or they want to have, a light at the end of the tunnel and things of that nature. And I am more than happy to spare my time for these people because that is what I want to do. Whether they take the coaching or not, I'm not there to babysit or hold a hand about it. It's up to them. Everyone is an adult and they able to choose their path that they want to choose. But I have never coached anybody that I didn't feel was genuine, or that I didn't feel that didn't genuinely want the coaching. So she can reach out and she can go to crimsoncure.com. She can do that. Start there. Then come back. I have to sense some kind of sincerity in it. Thank you. She don't save her. She don't want to be saved. That ain't just for me, and that's for me too. That's for the sisters that wanted to save sisters. See, I learned that lesson. I learned that lesson watching Auntie Iyanla. Shout out to Auntie Iyanla Van Zant for her work. I watched her put herself on the line, give of her time, give of her energy, give of her wisdom to try to, not discriminatory, just trying to help people who called her, you know what I'm saying, and things of that nature. They wanted to come out. They wanted to fix their life, quote unquote, and all that type of stuff, and she would get there, and it went well when there was sincerity and a genuine desire to have things to change for a positive outcome. It didn't go so well once she detected that, okay, you're like wasting my time though. See, I'm not going to sit here and fight with you about your problems. You call me. Remember that. I didn't call you. You call me. So I came over here. I come over here to help you. But what you're not going to do is waste all my time, my team time, my producer's time. You know, they was sometimes they would lie on the producer. You're not gonna do that. You're not gonna ruin the reputation and all that kind of stuff. You know, no. We'll leave up out of here. I take my whole team up out of here because I'm not gonna be subjected, and I'm not gonna subject them. Utah said, I understand. Thanks for answering my question. No problem, sweetheart. M. Twine said, Kendra, you have definitely been among us men in convo. We do talk and laugh about women that are full of streets that way. It's an improv session. Yeah, I told you I was tomboy. I heard all of it. I heard that's what made me be careful. I said, oh, I don't want them talking about me like that. And men get ugly with it too. Ladies, men get ugly with it. We're gonna say these one last few things, and then we're going to wrap this up. When you have to cope with what you lose, and we're going to talk about what you lose in this fight game, often you turn to drugs and alcohol. Sex has already been your coping mechanism. That's running out. So if you don't do any healing, you go from one coping mechanism to the other. The other coping mechanisms are typically some form of drug or alcohol usage. Okay? What are you losing? Your youth. You're losing your youth because you're getting older. Oh, reality hit you when your ninnies sag. And that happened all of a sudden. All of a sudden. And I was in my 30s. Them bad boy was still trucking. I'm 45. At my age, it's called a good bra. Do you understand? It's a good bra now. You better invest in one. Because I don't care if they big or small. Gravity gonna get hold to them. And it is what it is. It start telling you something. When you see them grades pop in. Oh, age. Oh, age. You better be a lioness when you age. Because if you a hyena aging, you ain't going to take that well. Because you've been living off your sex. And you've been living off your body. And you've been living off your youth. And you've been living off of your ability to attract men sexually, to pay your money and give you stuff and take you places and all that kind of stuff. Oh, but when you age. When you get that gray up there, and then the curtains match the carpet, that's a reality check like no other. Oh, that does that too. Yep, yes, it does. Yes, it does. It's inevitable. Keep on living. You're going to get old. You're going to get old. Keep on living. You're going to get old. Scam likely. Anyway. Keep on living. You're going to get old. It don't stop. You can't stop it. There's nothing you can do. You can keep your body up. You can keep it in the gym. You can eat right. You don't got to get fat and sloppy and out of control, but you're going to age and your body's going to tell you that you aged. And for women, You better be ready, because it smack you in your face all of a sudden. One day you be fine, and then you look back in the mirror that next time and you be trying to figure out what happened to it. That's why I understand why you're 25 and when you get a BBL, what's wrong with you? 25. You don't need no BBL. It should stand up on its own. Then when 20 years later after that BBL, you done got, and it get the sagging and dripping and whatever else it do. I don't care how fine you was. I don't care how fine you was. That long line of men that you just could close your eyes and pick one and he wanted you. Oh, that stopped. You start getting invisible walking down that street. Oh, y'all didn't know that? Don't care how fine, don't care how big that booty bounce. Men know when you young and when you ain't. It's a rare woman that don't look nothing her age. Men know you just an older woman, but you kept it up. They know the difference. And you start getting invisible to them. They may speak here and there. But it ain't nothing like when you was 18, 19, 20, 22. Nothing like that. All that attention you was tired of getting, you just looking for it. You start looking for it, and it ain't there. Oh, the wall is coming. You better hope you didn't try to live off of that. You better hope you developed yourself as a woman in your character so that you can have something to take you beyond the physicality of it all. See, the reason why the wall is a problem for you is because you get my age and you don't be married. Because you don't want to be. Because I broke off the engagement and all that stupid stuff. Girl, I dished him, girl. I ain't answer his DM. You should have. You should have. Brittany Renner right now scared of the wall because she refused to be a wife to a man that wanted to be her husband. There wasn't nothing wrong with that man. Now he done signed a deal for $50 million and she's salty because she ain't Mrs. Washington. You should have been Mrs. Washington. But I'm glad she broke it off so she didn't do that young boy like that. That's why you worry about the wall. Because you ain't got no man. You ain't got no man. That's why you worried about that. That's why it is of concern. You start getting concerned. And you ain't got to be an IG thought. You can just be a regular woman. And then you bought into all of that feminism. And you bought into I'm strong and independent, don't need no man. You bought into, girl, men don't validate you. And being in a relationship ain't the only way for a woman to get validated. Yes, it is. You don't like that answer, but yes, it is. Because when you fail to do so, you sure don't be validated. You be somewhere whining and crying. You sure don't be validated, do you? Validation from men is the only kind that you can sustain off of. Ask Vivica Fox, ask Mary J. Blige, ask Halle Berry, ask Taraji P. Henson. Ask them. Ask them, do they money sustain? Ask Tracy Ellis Ross, do her money sustain? Ask Ebony K, did her money sustain? You ask them. You ask them what validation they need or they don't need. Did the career sustain them? Did living in a big house and driving a nice car sustain? Did having that baby out of wedlock sustain? Did having that test tube frozen nut baby sustain them? You ask. You ask. It don't sustain you as a woman. You need a man. Brittany Renner got a baby. Is she happy? Huh? Or is she falling apart before the eyes of the world? Summer Walker got babies. She ain't happy. She young too. Got what, 3-4 babies now? One and then a set of twins, and then I think she had another one. Huh? Is Erykah Badu happy? Did it sustain? Did her success sustain her? She's successful in her career. Erykah Badu sing like a bird. You lose your marriage opportunities because the pool of eligible and willing men have dried up. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something else. The pool of eligible men done dried up. And it ain't always because they went for younger women. I'm going to tell you why it dried up. Some of them looking for younger women, but that ain't always it. Because an older man don't mind a woman that's just a few years younger than him. He not always trying to get no woman 20 years is junior and 30 is his kid's age and all. He ain't even trying to get that. But what happens is they either already be married or they've matured beyond you and your foolishness and your chaos and your arguing, and you're still 15 years old in your mind. He don't want to deal with it, and he don't. That's why you can't get married now. Because the man in your vicinity that would have, see how foolish you are, he won't touch you with a 10-foot pole. That's what you lost. Every opportunity to be successful as a woman, you lost it. That's what you're coping with. That's why you did drinking and acting a fool and to just break down. Your only relevance now is to get on social media and say something stupid so you can go viral, Jamel Hill. Always a bunch of them. Maya. How pretty is Maya? Maya's still pretty. She crazy as a Betsy bug. She crazy as a road lizard. She done married herself, and I think she divorced herself, all kind of stuff. Anyway, jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your hostess, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. And thank you, Travis. And men can tell the difference between 304 Kitty and Wife Kitty. They certainly can. But in any case, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.